And that's the thing as well, is like at a certain point you need to get rid of the idea that you're a perfectionist, because I feel like that's an excuse to just not do something. It's like, well, I just want it to be perfect. I don't want to put out something that's bad. Like, girl. So today we have a special one. I'm going to go over a little bit of how I live stream. This is my best stream right here that we've done so far. And I got in a single live stream, this was all in one night, 1.7K watch hours and over 1 hour of average view duration, 1 hour and 14 minutes, almost an hour and 15 minutes of average view duration. And you can see all the other stats here. I am a small streamer. If you look at my channel right now, I only have like 3,000 subscribers. And as of now, I have 0 videos and 0 shorts on my channel. That's not what I recommend doing for YouTube. You shouldn't do that. You should definitely at least have videos. Shorts, maybe a little bit arguable, but if you are a live streamer, I do think probably shorts are good for your channel rather than hindering them, as some people may think. But yeah. So check out this video. It's a little bit longer, but it's like the ultimate guide in my opinion. I did it like an impromptu during a live stream, and you can learn a lot of information, especially when it comes to like things like making thumbnails, how to write the description, how to, just a whole bunch of stuff. Just watch the video, see what you think, leave some comments down below, and I hope you enjoy. Nice. I'm gonna play Persona. Not gonna lie, I miss when LGBTQIA+ was just LGBT. It was so easier to remember the name. I think it's fine either way. Royale with cheese. Yeah, good old Pulp Fiction. Look at this. Anyway, let me pop up this site I'm on right now. I don't want these lyrical musics, oh my god. It's freaking distracting me. I don't like when there's lyrics when I'm trying to talk. It's probably annoying to listen to too. There we go. Dang, like too much. Like if there's singing and people talking when I'm trying to talk, it's very annoying. Like I can't do it, man. Too much. But when you got the chill music like this, dang, there you go. That's cool. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing. Here, penguin.net. Check out my website, coinecc. You go to this drop down right here, search video games, right? This is my website, www.coinecc. This is Icer's music playing in the background. See? And then you type in Persona 5. Boom, Persona 5 Royal, right? This is the game we're about to play. Right here. Game coming to the channel soon. It's about to come tonight, right now. This link right here, purchase. If you click on this link, you can see, oh, it's behind my body, but the link, you click on it. Boom. This is kinguin.net. That's an affiliate link I just clicked on because I'm affiliated with Kinguin, and they're great. Because if you look at the homepage, Icer, you should know who this is, probably. This is Joanna. It's hard to see her, but like, zoom in, from the UFC, right? She used to be a UFC fighter anyway. But anyway, that's just a little bit of what's it called? Appeal to authority. It's a logical fallacy, basically. If you see a familiar face, it seems more trustworthy. But this is a trustworthy site. It's $15 for Persona 5 Royal versus $60 on Steam. That's 60 versus 15. So if I add it to the cart, I might actually have to take this off this screen in a second because I might have my details here. It's just like a digital key resale site, kinguin.net. I've bought over like probably over 60 games on this website, and they're like Steam keys. There's Steam keys, Xbox keys, Origin, Epic Games. They're all the legit stuff. Yeah, $16 after all the fees and stuff versus $60. Like that's a huge savings, and that's not being cheap. That's being smart, dog. Like who wouldn't want to save that much, right? It just makes no sense to not save that much. Pop that back up. Oops. I mean, I already used the key. It's fine. Dialogue. There you go. Boom. I don't know why I'm trying to prove it, but you know, Persona 5 Royal Retail Digital Rest of World has been successfully activated. That's all I was trying to show from Kingwin. Because I've bought so many games from them, I always like to shout them out. Because I've saved so much money buying games off there. And there are other sites as well. cdkeys.com is legit. Proof is in the pudding. Yeah, exactly. Some people have to see it to believe it, right? Like, I don't know, like that's impressive to me. $16 versus 60, and the 60 is before tax. It would end up being, you know, like $65 after tax. Now, Persona 5, I gotta install it. It's 40 gigabytes. There we go. Got plenty of games off CD Keys. Yeah, I think I've only gotten like 1 or 2 off CD Keys. All right, I need to make a thumbnail. I guess we can. I can show you how I make thumbnails. Is that gonna be interesting? While the game's downloading. Oh, good. Go to Photoshop. There you go. So this is the thumbnail we're using on this stream right now. I'm gonna go get a snack to watch you do this. Here we go. And yeah, so here's episode 7 of Skyrim. We just completed the Dark Brotherhood. I usually just use the previous thumbnail no matter what game I'm playing, right? Because I have a template. So if you can see down here, like I have a frame, which actually Sam, like the frame is actually was made by Sam. But yeah, I kind of altered it over time. Making a thumbnail for Persona 5 Royal. So what I do, I'm going to Google Persona 5 Royal main character, right? I just, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm looking for the main character. His name's Joker. I guess maybe I'll pop it. I'll switch these over. Why not? It takes a second. Right here. So Persona 5 main character, right? So I just look for stuff on here, and a lot of the time if I've already streamed the game, you can just go into your own stream as long as it's high enough quality that you've streamed, right? And then you just find a screenshot within your own stream, which I do a lot. But if I'm just starting a new game, I'll go into Google and find, like, this one seems good right here. This one seems like it would be a good one. I'll save this image as a PNG. Layering can get tricky. Your stuff looks great. Yeah, it's all about shadows and depth, in my opinion. And then you go to Adobe. This is a free background image remover. Back in the day, we used to have to go zoom in so far into the thing and like delete every little tiny pixel to cut out the image. Now you got AI. This is where I think AI is actually kind of cool. We put that image in there, it'll auto magically do its thing. It usually doesn't take this long. There you go. Download that. Okay. And then we can open it into Photoshop. Click, 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 enhance, enhance. Yeah, we're going sharpen and stuff too. Let me put it back on Photoshop. I used AI for the last 5 videos I uploaded. Dang, did you? Oh, see, but sometimes this happens where you can see the freaking fingers are gone. Sometimes you can work it out, it's fine. But usually I might like look for a different image if something like that happens where like the cut kind of sucks because like his hand is all crappy. So basically, yeah, I make all my thumbnails by hand. I don't use AI for it. And then I just like enlarge him. I'll probably enlarge him and just also turn him, right? Because his hand is kind of, his glove is kind of transparent. That'll be good. It looks sloppy, but then you just go and delete some of this other stuff. Delete that here. Delete. Delete. You know, you just template your stuff, and it makes it way quicker to make a new one. So you move this like over here maybe, right? And then Persona 5. This is one of the bangers right here, Iceman. Geometry, young Watson. And then let's move it down off his face. You want the faces to be visible for the most part. Move myself into a different spot just cuz. Show more of myself there. So I'm kind of looking, yeah, that's fine. And then like sharpen him, right? He looks a bit freaking jank, and we're gonna change the background and everything as well in the frame. But this is just basically all I do. I give him a shadow first, usually. I'll drop shadow. It's usually, yeah, that's good enough. 6 distance there. A little bit deeper. And then filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. Just sharpen up the image a little bit. You can use the reduce noise. Reduce noise helps a lot, but sometimes you want to keep a little bit of noise in there. I feel like it looks better. But with an image like this, reducing as much noise as possible is better. Because like you can see when I hit preview, it's blurry. Hit it again. You can see how sharp it is. Hit it again. Blurry. Hit it again. It's sharp. And you can kind of see the edges here. Normally I would clean that up, but I'm probably not going to clean that up tonight. Like how there's some white there in his hair, like around the edges. I would clean that up, but it's fine. I don't care right now. Yeah. Also, yeah, I do a lot of the time I might auto color. Let's see. Hold on, let me get a different image as well for the background. Let me Google like Persona 5 here. Let me Google like Persona 5 city background, right? Because I know the game is based in a city, kind of. And I kind of don't like, well, I like this one. I thought it was going to give actual screenshots. Yeah, I want to use a screenshot. City screenshot. There you go. Like something from the game, because then like people that have played the game will recognize it much sooner than if you were to like make it way too artistic looking, right? You just make it simple. Plus, I'm doing a new live stream, or I'm doing a new thumbnail for every single live stream. So like, you don't really want to take so much time doing this. Usually I take like maybe 10 to 15 minutes for every thumbnail I do. Like this one seems good maybe. Save this and then head back into Photoshop. Drag it on over here into the background. Make it larger. You can see the Saturday 25 up there. That's important to the game, so I think having it in the thumbnail is perfectly fine. You don't want too much clutter in thumbnails, but at the same time, something like that makes sense for this game because it's a major part of the game is the dates, or like the time progression is major in this game. Handmade thumbnails made fresh every stream. Exactly, Iceman. God dang. People don't understand. And then what I usually do, okay, I'll just like copy the size of it, paste it, hide the background section, delete the Skyrim ones, then shift it a little bit, then go ahead and convert for smart filters, camera raw filter, then we go into vignetting, heavy vignetting, because then it will darken around the edges. It just makes it look a little more artistic in my opinion. Sometimes I do it twice just to make it even heavier, right? I probably wouldn't, I don't know. Sometimes I remake thumbnails as well. But this is rough. This is rough, you know? But this is how I make thumbnails basically. And then move this down off the text. We're gonna blur the background a bit. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur is usually the best one. Sometimes blocks or box blur looks good. Let me see what that looks like. Box blur. Because for a game like this, it's like, it kind of makes sense to use a box blur where it's boxy looking. But, nah. I'm gonna use the Gaussian blur. And you just tinker. You just keep tinkering. Sometimes I make like 2 or 3 thumbnails for a stream. It depends if I'm lazy. Then auto color the background. Sometimes that helps. Auto tone. It kind of makes it pop a little bit more. I might give him like a white stroke because of the whiteness and around like the thing that I don't want to chop out. So, you know, I mean, it's sloppy, but not terrible. You know, eraser, and then usually I would maybe like fine tune it just to like a little bit more around the edges, just to make it a little bit cleaner, like here. But yeah, anyone watching owes Coine 5K for consulting fees. A lot of people do this for yeah, a lot of people do this like coaching stuff on YouTube. Like they coach people on how to do this kind of stuff. And for me, it's like, that's kind of how, I guess, like, that's a good way of learning. It's just kind of just being in the thick of it, you know, just doing it. I feel like if you're going to learn something like this, first you should start doing what you want to do. So if you're doing thumbnails, start doing the channel first. And who cares if your thumbnails suck at first? Like a lot of my thumbnails earlier were way worse, and this one's not even that good in my opinion. This is not that great, but I'm going to use it just because like I want to play the game. Did it download yet? It's only 42%, so we have more time. So I guess I can keep tinkering with it a little bit more. But you know, like, and that's the thing as well, is like at a certain point you need to get rid of the idea that you're a perfectionist, because I feel like that's an excuse to just not do something. It's like, well, I just want it to be perfect. I don't want to put out something that's bad. Like, girl, just do it. You know, just do it. If it's bad, who cares? Like, this to me is not that good. This is not a good, I will probably change this later on, but for now I don't care. It's fine. Like, it looks fine, you know. Just accept that sometimes you don't do great things. But as long as you're producing the thing, it may lead to something greater. Yeah, all right, good enough. And I'll just go ahead and save that as a new thumbnail into a different folder. There's levels to this shit. Persona 5 episode 1. Save as a PSD. Boom. And then save it as a PNG. Boom. Because YouTube will compress it themselves. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be compressed. Well, I guess it needs to be under like 2 megabytes or something. Yeah, this is like, to me, this is like almost unacceptable, this thumbnail. But at the same time, like, it's not that bad. If you look at, like, if you see like a lot of stuff on YouTube, it's like, this is great. Like, you know, like, it's not bad. Anyway. Alright, let's close this right here. Boom. So what I do to make a new stream is schedule stream. And then I usually use, like, when I'm making a new game, I usually look for a first episode of something like this. This game right here, we just played the other day. Tell Me Why, which we're going to end up finishing. This is the first episode, so I'm going to select this one because it makes it easier in my mind. And then the title, I just think of random crap like what do you do in Persona 5? Like, I think about like what's something maybe potentially interesting in the game that you do. School. No. Hold on. I'll think about it as I take some sips of this. Finding your personality. No. It's gotta be like, what's... At least let's fill out the end of it. I have this live thing right here to separate the game and the title, which is not usually what you would do for YouTube videos, but I feel like when you're live, everything's different. Live streaming is not the same thing as making videos. So I do Persona 5 royal, right? That's what it's called. I'm not gonna put story in this because the audience understands that this game is about story. Like, this game is like, there's a lot of story in this game. It's basically all story. I mean, it's not, there's a lot of combat and stuff, but I mean, like, a lot of games that you play on YouTube, like, you kind of have to describe what you're doing, right? Is like what are you doing in this stream? Usually I do story driven playthroughs. That's why I usually like say story, like, and I'll capitalize it. But in this game, it's such a heavily story driven game, there's no point in putting story in there because it's kind of intended getting personal with Persona. And it's gotta be more like enticing, like, because like people don't even like, and for the people that don't know what Persona is, right, like, you gotta think of both audiences. It's like people that don't know what Persona is, what's a decent title to draw someone in that might not know what this game is you like, see, the thing, I'm thinking about the teacher dating thing, because you can date one of your teachers in the game, and that's what I would want to put in the title, but that's not what you can do anytime soon in the beginning. So I wouldn't put that in this title because it doesn't make any sense. We're not going to get to that point. So I would probably do something else. I guess, honestly, let's just do a generic title. One of the best JRPGs ever made. And then, like, this is why. I don't know, something like that. And then I'll, like, during the intro, because I made this title, I'll probably say something really short and quick on why this is probably one of the best games. Because you gotta, like, deliver on what you're saying, right, in the title. And even if I end up changing this title, what I say is not gonna be, like, wrong or anything, right? It's just gonna be, fine. When you think about all this stuff with YouTube, right? Okay, and then the description. I write every description for every single live stream differently. Every single one is going to be different. Anytime you look at any live stream on YouTube, I will have a different description at the top. So for this, it's like Persona 5, it is considered one of the best Japanese RPGs ever made, from its turn-based mechanics. No, I'm not gonna put that in there because that bores people. Like, who the heck is gonna be enticed by from its turn-based mechanics? That sounds boring as shit. See, that's what you got to think about. Even though not everybody reads the description, but still, I think it's important to think about everything. So, it's considered one of the best Japanese RPGs ever made. I guess I'll talk about the mechanics maybe. Oh no, the story. The depth of story along with its mechanics. Yeah, it's harder to write. The depth of story along with its mechanics. Like, I'm trying to find a point. This is how I write sometimes. Is like, you start to write words and then you find the point. This is how my mind works a lot of the time. The depth of story along with its mechanics are not necessarily unique, but refined to a point of near perfection. Boom. See? That's how you write. Bro, really giving us the day in the life of Coine. Back when I was getting paid to use AI a little bit, I actually had the AI help me with some of this sometimes, and it's actually pretty decent. So as much as I tend to hate on AI, it is helpful. One of the most noted storylines and mechanics of its time. Yeah. Oh, usually I do write the year that the game was made for some reason. That's like a thing I usually do. I'm not sure why. Like, usually on my website, www.coinecc, with some merch on there. Where's Faye? She hasn't been popping anything up, right? She hasn't been around? Oh, yo! She just talked about the merch. Are you gonna pop it off? I've never done this. I've never popped it up myself without her doing. I don't. Anyway, let's continue this. And then you scroll down. Yeah, you're watching episode 1. There's no previous episode. I put the previous episode right down here in every single freaking thing. I get the link for every previous episode that I live streamed, and I put it in here. You don't even really need that with playlists because the playlist is right here. Oh, see? Good thing I was talking about that because I didn't have the playlist in here. Let me probably grab that. And then here's like series playlist, right? I put the playlist in the description below for every single game because people that only want to watch Persona, they can watch only Persona. So I have the series playlist right here. I gotta... Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Playlist saved me a bunch of scrolling, not gonna lie. Heck yeah. I'm glad it helps. I feel like it is actually helpful. Like if people decide they want to find and look at something specifically, like that is the way to go. It's like look at the playlists, because like I put everything in playlists. 21 episodes of Stardew Valley right there. Lost Judgment. And then I also put everything in the description of each episode. Okay, so there's that. I shout out the developers and the publishers as well. People think maybe this is excessive. I think it's freaking, I don't know. I just prefer to do stuff like this. Like, you made this game, I'm live streaming it. I make a little bit of money back from it, I guess. Not that much, but like I appreciate the game regardless, even if I didn't make money from it. So I'm gonna thank them. Thank you to... Now we've been setting it up. We're downloading Persona 5. Thank you to who develops Persona 5. Not excessive, it's professional. Yeah, I think so as well. 2016 from Atlas, of course I knew that. Atlas, and then the publisher is Atlas as well. They're like or I guess Sega worldwide. No, it's just gonna be Atlas. That's fine. Thank you to and sometimes I find the account, right? This is Atlas. I know this company. I'll probably do official Atlas West, 275k subscribers. Thank you, yeah, at Atlas for developing this great video, or let's say JRPG series, developing and publishing. Details, you know. Part 1. Sega. Yeah, I guess Sega. It's okay, Sega. You don't get credit. I like Atlas more than Sega, I'm not gonna lie. Even though Sega's made and published some great stuff. Then this I usually keep the same. This is part 1 with Coine. You should have your own tags. Like, I dominate both of these tags right here. Coine and coinecc. coinecc, which is my website, coin.cc. I dominate both of these tags on YouTube because I put it in every single description. Like, you should have your own tag, right? Yo! Appreciate that.
Alan tipped $9.99 through Super Chat.
Oh god. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know how many voices came through just now, but appreciate that, Alan. You're definitely, you've been around, right? You have a, you know, I'm not trying to sound like I'm forgetful, but your name is fairly common. But I feel like you've definitely been around. I appreciate the $10 for sure. Dang. But anyway, what was I saying? Thank you to Alan. Yeah. So I like to thank the developers and thank Alan for the $10 super chat. Because man, they made this game. To me, it's like you should be grateful to people, you know? You should be grateful. Yeah, indeed. Faye is also grateful. And then you put the game in as well. Persona 5 Royal. We're playing the Royal version. I always like to select like the literal version that I'm playing. It doesn't, I don't know. I just like to be literal about that stuff. Change the thumbnail. Yo!
Alan tipped $19.99
Brother.
through Super Chat.
Dang. I appreciate. Dang, man, $30. Wow. Usually I don't get super chats, but even like $2 is cool. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. What am I doing? Okay, I'm uploading the thumbnail next. And then boom. Right there. Uploading. Boom. Persona 5. And the thumbnail looks pretty decent even though it's small right there, right? Look at this magenta glow. I like that. Even though it's the wrong color, it's supposed to be orange. But yeah. Heck yeah. And then the playlist. All the playlists on the channel. Check them out. Bunch of playlists on there. Remove Tell Me Why. I think because I made the playlist. Oh no, I already made it. Persona 5. It should be in here. If you make the playlist on a like, if you're already making this stream and then you make the playlist on a different screen, that doesn't refresh. And I say that because I'm a web developer, and lately I've been working a lot with JavaScript, and if like you could anyway, anyway, YouTube can do better is what I'm saying. Sure enough, they can do better. They can be like Alan. And then tags. I don't know why I didn't have any tags for Tell Me Why, but I guess I'm going to skip the tags because tags on YouTube actually don't matter that much. Do I get something from you for this? Yeah, you get my eternal thanks, and I can also dedicate the next song to you for sure. It's a song by Icer. He's got the glow, don't you know? Bruce Leroy is gonna show. Actually, let's put tags in. Is the game still downloading? Oh no, it's already done. But I gotta pee anyway. Let me just let's say, you know, you don't gotta do tags on YouTube in my opinion. And I like I know YouTube pretty in depth, even though I have a small channel. I know YouTube pretty in depth, especially because like I watch everything, man. I learn everything, and like a lot of this stuff like this doesn't really matter, but it's not that bad. I guess I'm not gonna do the tags, but tags don't matter. But you can do them. You should do tags. I think you should do some kind of auto tag thing. Monetization. We have yeah, tags probably help a little bit. I have them on pretty much every live stream, but right now I'm being lazy. Mid rolls, right? Yeah, I have it on low frequency. Just to confirm to everybody, I'm not greedy, dog. Look at that. Fewer ads for viewers, lower earning potential. That's why. That's why.
Alan tipped $9.99 through Super Chat.
That's why we have people like Alan to help support, because I like to not give people a bunch of ads. And look at that. That offsets it. Yeah, freaking $40. That offsets it for several days, honestly, because my channel's so small. Thank you. I appreciate. Dang, man. What the heck? Anyway, okay, next up, this screen. Live chat. You can't select this sometimes, but it doesn't matter. If you edit your replays, you can edit everything in YouTube Studio. I edit every single replay, every single live stream. So live chat replay goes away if you edit your streams. So I can't check this anyway. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Live reactions. I don't use it because it blocks things. Blah 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 blah. Redirect. Alright, I need to add the redirect to my other stream as well, because we're gonna create a new stream, and then this stream is gonna redirect into the new one. So yeah, I guess we're gonna kind of show that as well. This next stream is gonna start soon. What is it? 12:10 a.m. right now. Let's say 12:15 because I gotta pee. It's publicly okay. Public. Boom. Done. While you're at it, gift someone some memberships. Don't beg, brother. Alan's already been generous enough, man. Okay, so that we're on this screen. Here's the new stream. You should be able to see this publicly. And then I go back to this one that we're currently on with, look at that, $39.97. That's completely all because of Alan, and only 9 likes and 27 concurrent. Wow, y'all freaking hate me, huh? Look at this. 27 concurrent, 9 likes. You freaking hate me, dog. Okay, that's okay. Alan loves me at least. 210. Yeah, mountain time, man. I love mountain time for some reason. I love the mountains. I love being high. I didn't mean it that way, but I also did. All right, Skyrim. Redirect. We're gonna redirect this stream into our new one that we just made. So this stream is going to, once I end this, everybody will be redirected into the new one, and we're gonna stream it tonight. We're gonna be like in like a few minutes. Okay. All right. So redirect is saved, but I also have to pee. So do not go anywhere. We have more games, Persona 5 specifically, coming up in just a moment. Let me go ahead and this is what I use for breaks, by the way, is right here. Let me turn the music off real quick. Is start a break on YouTube, and they have this thing in OBS that you can paste. And what you are about to see is just basically like animated frames that YouTube made themselves, which is freaking dope looking in my opinion. But yeah, check it out. And we are back. Look at this. Ellen bought me a jacket. Oh, it's getting a little chilly in here. The AC is on. Anyway, okay, we're about to start a new game. We're going to be redirected into the new stream here, but I guess I figured I should probably end this with some kind of outro because I think I'm going to chop it off and make it a video. I think I might start uploading videos on this channel. For those that haven't seen, I have 0 videos on this channel and 0 shorts. I only have live streams. 100% live streams, baby. Over 700 live streams. No videos. That's a lie on the shorts. I mean, go check it out. Okay. All right, man. All right. You got to prove dangerous wrong then. All right, let's go. Where's my channel? Oh. Live. Lord have mercy. Playlists. We got the live streams. We're currently live right here with Yes Mother. Yes, Kajit. 24 watching. Playlists, posts, and membership. Where's the shorts, brother? Where's the shorts? You trying to call me a liar up in here? Where's the shorts? Ain't no shorts up in here, dog. I don't see no goddamn shorts. I don't see no videos. Dangerous has not taken his Flintstone vitamins. But yeah, look at that. The freaking eventually we're about to have videos. That's why I wanted to prove you wrong just now, because God dang, dog. You know? I grew this whole channel off live streams basically. But anyway, all right, let's go into Persona 5. How do I do this now? This is one thing I rarely ever do, is switch games in the same night. It's usually one game the whole time. So let me think about what I'm doing here. All right, I gotta launch the game. Let's do the first setup, because I gotta start the next stream as if it's like I'm starting like a brand new stream, right? Like nothing. I wasn't doing this just now. So let's do the first initial setup of Persona 5. You have to do that on Steam. We could have played Sindako Chronicles. What is that? Sounds way worse than Persona 5 in my opinion. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, there it is. Let me close this. Okay, there we go. Got it. There, the audio. Lights, camera, action. Boom. System data has been created. Ooh, look at that. Atlas. So next. This is also what I do. We just got done talking about all the things I do to make like a new stream for a game. And this is one of the things I think I need to do is lower the volume. BGM one tick down. Voice is all the way up all the time. It's thank you everybody for joining and for checking out all the things I do to make new live streams. That was kind of fun. I like doing stuff like that now. It's the first time I've done it. Unfortunately, no one who left didn't get to see behind the curtains. Oh, we about to see behind all the curtains.